In a far-off land, nestled at the edge of a whispering forest, stood a humble cottage. Here lived Hansel and Gretel, with their woodcutter father and their stepmother. Times were hard, and the family's meals were often nothing more than a loaf of stale bread. One night, as the moon cast shadows through the thin walls, Hansel and Gretel overheard their stepmother's harsh plan. "We must take the children into the forest and leave them there," she declared, convinced this was the only way to survive the famine. Brave Hansel had a clever plan. He collected shiny pebbles, and as they ventured into the heart of the forest the next day, he left a trail of these stones to guide them back home. By the light of the full moon, the pebbles gleamed like tiny beacons, leading Hansel and Gretel back to their cottage, much to their stepmother's dismay. Undeterred, the stepmother took them deeper into the forest. This time, Hansel left a trail of breadcrumbs, but the forest birds, hungry and swift, pecked them away. Without a trail to follow, the siblings found themselves hopelessly lost. The forest, once a whisper, now roared with the sounds of the unknown. As hunger gnawed at their bellies, a miraculous sight appeared. A house made of gingerbread, candies, and cakes. It seemed like a dream amidst the towering trees. But as they feasted, the door creaked open, revealing an old witch with eyes that gleamed with mischief and malice. She welcomed them in, but her hospitality was a guise for her wicked plan. The witch locked Hansel in a cage, intending to fatten him up. Gretel, forced to do chores, watched in horror as the days passed, her brother's plight worsening. But Gretel, wise beyond her years, devised a plan. She tricked the witch into leaning into the oven under the pretense of checking if it was hot enough to bake bread. With a swift push, Gretel sent the witch tumbling into the oven. Locking the door, she sealed the witch's fate, ending her reign of terror. Searching the witch's house, the siblings discovered a chest filled with treasures, more than enough to ensure their family would never know hunger again. With the help of a friendly swan, Hansel and Gretel crossed a wide lake, the treasure secure. The forest, once menacing, now seemed to cheer their journey home. The sight of the humble cottage brought tears to their eyes. Their father, overwhelmed with joy and relief, welcomed them with open arms, having been rid of their cruel stepmother. With the witch's treasures, the family rebuilt their lives, never again to know hunger or despair. Hansel and Gretel, heroes of their own story, had learned that courage, love, and wit can overcome even the darkest of times.